Hello fellow survivors and welcome to a challenge walkthrough. So in the past I have done a speed run of pretty much all of these challenges except Nomad and Archivist, which I never uploaded, but those are not the most exciting ones to watch. And I often see people around on the chat rooms and Reddit and that sort of thing that often struggle to complete some of these challenges, in particular the Hunted and As the Dead Sleep and sometimes Whiteout. So these are the ones that people seem to struggle with. The Hunted can be frustrating when you die and the bear gets you, so I'm going to do a walkthrough of that now. This is not going to be a speedrun walkthrough. I will upload a separate video on that, although there will be some similarities between a regular walkthrough and a speedrun. So let's jump right in. We'll do female. And it's going to start with a bear mauling. That's how this begins, which is, yeah, we just got to sit through it. So bear with. No pun intended there. Alright, let's start this. So, to survive this challenge and complete it, you just need to survive the bear attack. And it's not that hard, it's just a bit daunting that he's always chasing you. First of all, we are cold, we're tired, we're bleeding. We don't need this, this was just a reaction for me. You don't need any of this stuff either, but if you want, you can loot these things. We're going to take it a bit slower and make sure we survive. So first things first, let's stop the bleeding. So we have blood loss and infection risk. So we need to get our bandage. We fortunately spawn with one. And then we need to stop the infection. And now we're pretty much good. In fact, you could just leave now with the stim that's in here, but we're going to take it slow and just walk through this challenge properly. And we're going to start by getting some rest, but first, let's loot around. There's going to be a lot of loot here. We got another bandage, some water, we got a bedroll, and here's the most important item, the distress pistol. So let's take that, grab the flare shells, and let's load it right away. We have 5 of these, which means we can basically scare away the bear 5 times. That's what that does. If you find a flare, that also works.
Hope nobody needs
then
this
we have stim.
anymore.
We might use this to sprint near the end. Lantern fuel, tomato soup, summit, so we don't need that. But we might as well loot the rest of the stuff. We're going to take our time. We're not really rushing this one. I'm just going to walk you through it. This is too heavy and not worth taking. Food is not going to be an issue. You have to remember that in all challenges, your end status doesn't matter as long as you aren't dead. Because it doesn't matter if you have lots of good loot, or if you have very bad loot, or lots of food. It doesn't make a difference, because when the challenge is over, it's over, and all that stuff is lost. So it doesn't really matter what you have and don't have. For now we're just looting things, but we're probably not going to end up using most of this stuff, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay, so now it is morning. Oh, we already have a bedroll, so we can drop that. Let's sort out our clothing. Put that on, put that on, put that on, and this. And let's just sort out here. We definitely don't need this. So we can drop that. I know I did loot it. We can drop this, it was ruined. And let's see. Yeah, I guess that's it. Let's get some sleep first, recover some health, and also get some health back. And I think we should head to the farm before it gets too dark. So why don't we sleep about 7 hours, maybe? Let's do that. And then we'll start moving toward the farm. So we're going to have a route. You're going to go to the farm first. Then you're going to head straight to Mystery Lake Cave. Then to the dam. And then straight to Trappers. Or you could go via Camp Office if you would like. It's probably a safer route. So now let's actually just have this drink. Keep hydration up here. We can also eat one of these sardines just to keep hydration up. And we're going to equip our flare gun. So if the bear comes at us, we can just shoot it at him once he's close enough, and he will run away for a certain period of time. So we're just going to leave the basement. And then we're going to leave this area, which is this way here. So when you're looking at this, it's over here. And if the bear is chasing you, you can usually tell by the music, like the sound gets much louder. It's like a specific tune that works. So you can just go down here, skimmy down. However, if you want to take it safe, just go the usual route, which would be over here. And that's over here, the hills or the slopes down here, over by these rocks. So right now it's a bit unfortunate that it's foggy, but over there is where we came from. Just walk straight over here and then down. And then we're going to cross this bridge and head towards the farm. There will be this music. Actually, I have to turn the music back on because I turned it off earlier. So make sure you have music on. If you don't have music on, for this particular challenge, it's going to be hard to tell if the bear is coming, because the music will change this sort of intense like boom music, and that means that the bear is coming for you. The bear has spawned somewhere and he's pretty much just running towards you to catch you, and that's about it. So we're just gonna head to the farm now. Don't be afraid to run a little bit, because even though this guide is just for you to survive and finish this challenge is nevertheless a bit unique in that you have something chasing you, so the sooner you can get indoors, the better. But remember, you have your flare gun and you have to use it. It is your defense. Let's just grab this. And again, you can just loot things and have the resources you pick at your disposal, but you will lose it all at the end, so don't feel like you need to save anything. Just use whatever, use matches frivolously, you know, it doesn't make a difference. Oh, hear that? That's the music changing. So now the bear is coming for me. And it's so important with sound. You'll hear the music change, and eventually the bear gets closer, and you'll hear him like growl and everything. So now he's coming for me at some point. And so we can run again. Just see if we can get to the farm before he catches up. But he might not. And he might. In which case we have to defend ourselves. If you shoot this flare gun at the bear, it will make the bear flee. You can also scare off the bear, or at the very least stop him attacking you with a regular flare. And also usually a campfire. But those are more... they're more stopping the bear in its tracks rather than scaring it off. So you should look behind yourself now and then, but for the most part you should be able to hear that the bear is coming, because it makes, well, bear noises. We're gonna just stay the night here so that we can get some energy back, and also wait for the fog to be lifted. So heading straight towards the farm, which should be just over here. The bear is on its way. Because we're running, he's probably a bit further away than usual, but he's not far.
My fingers feel numb.
You don't want to give him a chance of mauling you. And the less of these flare shells used, the better. Okay, we're going to start by going in the basement. The bear will not be able to follow inside buildings, so you don't have to worry about the bear here. And we might as well loot it, see if we find anything like a stim or something like that. Although I do believe on this particular difficulty, this particular challenge, there's only one stim, and that's the stim that you found at Skeeter's where you spawned. You can also find one in Ash Canyon if you for some reason wanted to go there. Well, that's about it. We don't really need to loot any of this stuff, but we're taking it slow just to be safe, so we'll have a little look at a couple things. Most importantly, we're looking at clothing, just to stay warm, because it can get cold out there. So we're looking for clothing to just make the cold issue a little bit easier. The rest is not that important, to be honest, and we're going to dump a lot of the stuff that we don't really use. So let's head in here. Some food is okay, but you should be able to, after watching this walkthrough, be able to finish this in 1 or 2 days. It's not that hard. I'll also light a fire here, because I want to make a little bit of water. And we're just going to... Actually, we need tinder. There we are. Let's do this. Cool. And while we loot the house, we'll just make some water. 2 liters should be probably enough for the whole run, but we'll make a little bit more. And yeah, so let's just see if there's something big here. We can take this. I don't think we need much more food than this for now. So we can just leave that. Maybe if there's coffee, we can grab that, but that's about it. We'll loot this sort of thing though. But what we're looking for is... We'll take this. Oops, we'll take this also. Can be useful when we go through the cave. Grab this tea. And let's grab a book. And the rest isn't that important. We can grab the drink. We can see if there's anything in here. We'll also loot these cabinets in case there's clothing in there, which there isn't. Very often there'll be some clothing up here, so we can have a look at that. Yep, here's a ski jacket. There's a wool scarf. And hat. We don't really need to make water because we have the toilet water, but I'm still doing it just to kill some time. And let's see here. You won't be able to find any weapons. That's not going to do much anyway, so... Let's see if there's anything else that's worth getting here. I don't think there's going to be much. No, I'm not even going to loot the rest of the miscellaneous stuff because it's not really going to give anything. It would be clothing, I suppose, if that's the case. So while this is doing, let's do a little bit of inventory. So we found a hat or 2, so let's put that on. Put ski jacket on, put this on. This is definitely warmer than that. These are definitely warmer than those. I don't think these are warmer, and these wool socks are definitely warmer. And what we could do now, like we got decent clothing now, but if you want to just make this a bit easier, we could always do some repairs, because we have some cloth and also clothing items that that we can harvest. So we're just going to grab some cloth from these curtains, because remember we found the sewing kit, actually 2 sewing kits, and there usually will be one here. Let's grab a bit more cloth. Let's use it for repairs. But then warmth will be less of an issue completing this challenge. Because if the bear catches you, then there isn't really much you can do about that. It's going to ruin your clothes anyway. It's getting dark now, but that's okay. This is probably enough for now. You can still repair things because of the light this gives you. 14 minutes. Well, it's past time, but that's done. And then we'll put on the rest of this just to give some light. So let's have a drink first. We're going to repair some clothing because the rest of the gear doesn't really matter. It's literally just the clothing to make it stronger. That's about it. So this is quite poor condition. Let's try and repair that. We failed. Let's try again. And again. And then we will repair this as well. If we can, of course. Yeah, nice. This is good, so we'll repair this. It's good. How about this hat? It's okay. The rest is these. This can be repaired.
I'll rest soon. I'm gonna.
I think maybe the fire went out. Yeah, that's all right. All right, embers. Yeah, there we are. We're just using this light here to do some repairs. Come on, one more time. Well, so many cloth do we have? We have 4 pieces of cloth. We can repair something else. Maybe this or this. Let's repair these. Nice, and I think we can repair these as well. Ah, I got dark. We're gonna go up and sleep. And we will just sleep until we're fully rested to make the rest of the journey very easy. And now you can see we're quite well situated. We don't have much oil in this lamp, but that's about it. So we'll go ahead to the bed. Do I have any oil? I do. So let's just use this to refuel this. And then we will eat and drink something. We'll just drink these cans here. And might as well just eat this maple. I don't think we'll be needing it. And another one of these. And just to top it up with some water. And now, after the repairs, we have plus 10 warmth. That's pretty good. Now we're going to sleep. We're going to sleep the full 12 hours because that's going to regenerate all the health and we'll get full energy back. And now we are pretty much good to go. So now you can just head to Trapper's Cabin pretty much, but being careful on the way there. Okay, so let's get rid of things we don't need. So we have a lot of matches. We don't need these. Take them with you if you want, though. We have 1 stim, which we'll probably use near the end of the run. Alternatively, you could have used it early in the run to get to the farm. Then we have some stuff we don't need. Unless we do repairs, we don't need any of these clothings. So we're just going to dump everything we're not using because it's just dead weight. We could harvest some shoes and repair these shoes, but I think we'll be okay with what we have so far. It's pretty decent condition and decent clothing. This is more than enough food. In fact, we might as well just eat this and also have a drink. You know, this is really not important. In fact, if you don't eat or drink at all, you can still probably make it there alive. Then we have a bit of bits and bobs. This is fine. We don't really need the hatchet, but we can keep it just in case. We have a flare to deter the bear, and most importantly, we have these things. And this stuff is not that important. We do have 1 cured leather, actually, that I picked up, so maybe before we go, we can try to repair these boots. So let's just do that first. It doesn't matter that it's getting late in the day, because late in the day is the warmest part of the day. So you're actually going to be better off traveling at this time of day. So what we're going to do now, we're going to head towards Mystery Lake. And we're most likely going to be attacked by the bear about twice. And doing so, we have to scare him off with this rest pistol. So that's what we're going to do now. We got a good day, nice clear day. Don't be afraid to run a little bit. Because this is, you know, you are escaping the bear. So you got to cover distance as far as you can. And here you can hear him, he's coming. You can hear him growling behind me. So he's caught up now. You also heard the music change. That means the bear is coming. So here he is. I see old bear. Now if he starts attacking, which he will at some point, you can shoot him with the flare pistol. This is quite a fast bear. So even if he follows you like this, like he ran to catch up, but even if he stops that, he'll eventually get too close and he'll start attacking. So he's going to follow me a little bit, but he will eventually attack. And when he does, you shoot him with the flare gun. And you can do it, you don't have to wait until he gets too close, but if you want to be safe, you can shoot him whenever you want. So there he is, let's just do it now. So then we can just do this. And you just shoot him. Actually hit him on the head there. Reload the flare gun. And because we hit him on the head, we can actually see him from miles away. We're going to take this opportunity to run, because he is now running away. And he's going to do that for a little bit, and that means we have an opening to get out of here. Once we get into an indoor building, we're not going to have any trouble with the bear at all. It's only in the open that he's an issue. And actually, once we get to the cave that goes to Mystery Lake, the bear's not going to follow us in Winding River. We won't see the bear again until we come out of the dam. So he's really not an issue at all. But he will probably recover from this attack here. And we'll see if he comes back. There he is. He's blinking. Because I hit him on the nose, he is signaling exactly where he is. But you can hear the music changed again. So that means he's now coming back. And boy, is he easy to spot. You got to be a bit careful going up this hill here, because if you get a sprain, then you can't run. And if you sprain both of your wrists, you can't use the flare pistol. So here he comes, and we're gonna have to do the same thing again. Okay, we sprain one of the wrists, but that's okay. There he is. He's at the beacon bear. Is basically coming for us. And you gotta watch it when he's coming up like this. You know, don't turn your back for too long. Okay, let's try and scare him off again. And then we will run to the cave, which is up here. Then we get a bit further up here. And then let's wait for him, and we're going to scare him off again. Remember to reload the flare gun if you haven't already. Okay, let's go. Come here, Ben. And then you shoot. He's coming towards you, but he's afraid now. And now we're going to take this window of opportunity to run once again. Run towards the cave. If you don't know Pleasant Valley as a map, and you don't know Mystery Lake, I think most of people watching this probably know Mystery Lake, but if you don't know Pleasant Valley, it might make it a little bit tricky because you need to find this cave right here. So you got to make sure you know how to get here. You don't need to know the rest of Pleasant Valley, you just need to know how to get from your spawn to the farm and then to here. And then of course you get to Mystery Lake as well. And as you can see, because it's late in the day and we also have decent clothing, we are okay with warm. You can hear the music changed again, so now the bear is coming for us yet again. And we have 2 shells left, well actually 3, we've only used 2. The number 2 there indicates what's left other than the one in the chamber. But we should be able to make it to the cave entrance before the bear catches up. So let's just do that, go up this way here. Let's see, is he coming? He seems to be quite far behind, probably because the direction he ran when that happened. But he is trying to catch up with us, but he's not going to be able to. So we're going to go in here now. And now we are safe from the bear for quite some time, because the bear will not come into the cave, and the bear will also not follow you in Winding River. He won't appear again until you exit the dam and head towards Trapper's cabin. So now we're going to go through here. There isn't really anything to loot here. If you see some clothing, you can maybe grab that. But that's about it. There isn't much more to it. You can use it to catch your breath. There's no real point in running through this. Just walk, conserve your energy, take your time. And also, by walking, not only do you conserve your energy, but you're also warming up, right? So the longer you take to actually get out of here, the warmer you get. So you're not in a hurry to complete this challenge. We're going to check this quickly here to see if there's like a, you know, like a hat or something. Let's just see here. Yeah, there is a hat. So we'll take this. It's because it's warmer than this. And we might as well just check this. You know, we don't need anything in there really. Yeah, we'll take it though. And then we're going to leave this cave and head towards the dam. And this is basically how you do it. You're safe now, so you just got to take your time, and it's all going to be just fine. As long as you can keep the bear under control, you are good. And actually, one reason why you might want to save this flare here and not use it against the bear is because you might have to cross paths with some wolves. And if you don't have a torch or anything like that, you can use the flare instead. So then here's the exit. Here's an unlucky soul that tried escaping from the bear but froze to death. We're going to leave him though. We'll grab a stick for good measure. And now we're going to come out to Winding River and we're going to head up. There might be one wolf in our way now who is often seen in Winding River itself, and we might have to get rid of that wolf. Okay, and now we are in Winding River. 1 second. Alright, we can douse this lamp. Might grab a stone. but we don't really need it. Do we have a torch? No, but we have a flare. We don't really need to run, but we are a bit cold, so we'll run a little bit. We have a bedroll also, so we can sleep in the dam if we want to. And we're going to come up now across the possible wolf that's there in Winding River. And there's different ways we can deal with this wolf if he's there. One is to shoot it with the distress pistol, but I wouldn't do that. I would save these for the bear. You can also scare him off with the flare. Just have it up and then you aim at it with a weapon and the wolf will run away. And one other thing you can do is you can distract the wolf with stones. Or you can chase one of these rabbits into the wolf, so that the wolf will get this rabbit instead of you. So we're going to do that one. That's usually what I do. Here they come out on a line, go this way. Now I'm going to like herd this rabbit this way, so that if there is a wolf, they'll focus on this rabbit rather than me. And there seems to be rabbits out on the ice here anyway, so the wolf shouldn't really be an issue if that's the case. I don't see any wolves at all. Seems like they're not home today. Okay, we're gonna head inside then. We're gonna now go up to the dam. We go through the dam. But we're very close to just achieving our goal now, so we don't really need to loot anything in the dam. There's nothing we really need. If we see a piece of clothing that is just laying in the open, we can grab that. But other than that, we don't really need anything. Now from here, the dam, there's multiple routes you can take. You can head straight from the dam to Trappers, and you'll encounter the bear probably once or maybe twice. But if you don't like that idea, you can go via the camp office, or you can go via the trailers. There's all sorts of routes you can take. You're probably going to run into wolves one way or another, regardless of what you do, though. I think we'll probably do via camp office, just so you can see how that works, but we'll see. Oh, the wolf is out. It just wasn't where we were. Not sure where he is actually. Anyway, we got to cross this edge of the dam and head inside. We're getting cold, but we'll be fine. Careful with that ledge there. Here's our deer carcass, which we don't need either. Again, remember that when a challenge is over, it's over. You lose all your progression, all of it, other than completing the challenge. So you don't need any of this stuff. You don't need the hide. You don't need the food, because you're not going to make anything with it. It doesn't really matter if I complete this challenge with 1 health or 100 health or hungry or full, because as long as you're alive when you complete it, you're done. And now that we're at full health, even if I were to get attacked by the big bear, I'll just heal back up with my bandages. Infection wouldn't be that big a deal, because we can just get to Trappers before then. So I'm just going to head straight through here. If I see any kind of clothing items or anything, then I might grab that. But other than that, we're just going to pass through here. There we go. And here we are. Let's also check here, as long as there's coffee. There is a microwave up there too, which I forgot to check. This is probably better than the one we have, but we'll just leave it. We don't really need much more light now. We'll keep going. It sounds like there might be a blizzard out there, so that's not the ideal weather to go through. You can still get to Trapper's cabin. An upside of a blizzard is that animals won't spawn, so you're not going to have any trouble with any animals. But the bear, the great bear, or the old bear, he can still get you in a blizzard, so it's not really worth doing it unless you're trying to speedrun this stuff. But now that we're just going to get there safely, that's all we want to do. And I think we'll check the weather outside just to see if it is a blizzard, but I don't think it's necessary. We can actually hear that it's a blizzard. So I think we'll just wait. How are we doing food-wise? We're just fine with food. We don't really need anything. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to just wait until morning. We're going to pass a little bit of time so it gets more into the night. And then we'll sleep in this room here. You don't want to sleep anywhere else. Remember, we have a bedroll, so you can sleep anywhere. Here is fine, but there are places in the dam where these red cables will start being active during an aurora. And if you touch these, they can kill you. These ones don't become active, so we'll be fine. But we could also still just sleep here. So let's, we don't really need any food really, I guess, but we'll eat this, and we can eat this. Well, we have more than enough food now just to finish this challenge. Have a drink though, and then we'll just sleep. And I think it'll only allow us to sleep about 7 hours, but we'll put in 12 and just see what happens. Alright, it is the middle of the night, so we're going to pass some time. I think we're going to pass 4 hours so that we can go out during the day and not at night, because going out at night is a bit scary. But of course you are welcome to do it. There's no rules against this. We just want to get to Trapper's cabin safely. That's all we want to do. Sounds like there's another blizzard anyway, so we'll sleep a bit more. Let's sleep 2 more hours. See what happens with this blizzard. It sounds like the blizzard... Did it end? Hard to tell over the music, but I think it did end. It did not end. So let's go back inside and wait this blizzard out. And seeing as we're waiting a bit longer than expected, we might as well go into the bathrooms here and grab some water from the toilets. We're going to do that. Let's grab... Oh, that's hardly anything. Well, we don't really need much anyway. So let's grab here. 0.7. Okay, that's something at least. We'll grab both of these. And then we'll go back here and we'll wait again just to see if this blizzard can stop. We'll wait there by the door. Let's wait another 2 hours. Blizzard is picking up. Sleep 1 hour. Just wait to keep the energy meters high. And it sounded like it stopped there. So now we're going to keep moving. And you can do this now from this point onwards. You can do it many different ways. You can head now straight to Trappers. Or you can go via camp office. Or you can go via the trailers to give yourself a little break. There's many different ways. What I would recommend, unless it's too cold, is to just head straight to Trappers, because we have 3 of these shots left. We have 1 in the chamber and 2 spare ones, and we also have a stim. So what you really want to do is, we don't really have a map, but when you get to derailment, so about halfway between the dam and Trappers, then what you want to do is grab that stim, inject it, and sprint all the way there, or at the very least shoot the bear away and then do that. Okay. It's still quite windy out, but I don't think this is a blizzard. It's just very stormy. But if you want to be safe, you can wait this out. But I think this is going to die down though, because the sun is... It looks like clear skies is brewing. Now the bear will usually be around here, so keep an eye out for the bear. He will usually come out down here, or he's outside by these gates. It varies, but because I went outside to check and there was a blizzard, I may have triggered a bear spawn that he then left. Yeah, and you can see it's clearing up. Okay, we're full of energy, so I would recommend running, because this is the only challenge really where it's not timed per se, but the slower it takes you to get there, the more bear encounters there will be. If I walk from here to Trappers without ever running, it's very likely that the bear will catch up with me at least twice. So we're just going to start moving. We're going to head straight there. No bear yet. You'll know the bear is coming when the music changes. And we'll most likely run into him once or maybe twice. So far so good though. But eventually he will catch up to us. But we have some deterrents. And we have the distress pistol too. We're getting cold, but we're not that cold. And even if we get cold at this point, we have so much health that it's not really going to make a difference for us. We're going to survive this. So I would recommend going through derailment here. Sprint a bit more. So here's the wolves I was talking about. So what you can do with these, you can scare them off with this. But you can also, for example, throw a rock and then distract them, but they already saw me. So now the other thing you can do is you can light your flare that we picked up. If you don't have one, you can use a torch instead, but flares are windproof. And now the wolf won't attack you, so he just stays away like that. He just stays away. And if you want, you can scare away the wolf as well. You can just take a weapon and aim at the wolf, and see the wolf will run away. So the wolf is not an issue here. And you most likely won't encounter too many other wolves. We're going to get here to derailment, and we're just going to go over this hill here. Oh, the music changed, so now the bear is coming. He's going to come. We can stop him with this flare, but it's less reliable. Okay. We're going to go up this way here. You can go this way and around if you're not familiar with the terrain. But you can just go over here, and you'll get over the bend towards trappers. So go over here. I can hear the bear in the back, I think. He hasn't... Oh, there he is, yeah. So we're going to grab this. And we're going to get a bit closer down here. You can scare off the bear with the flare as well.
This is cold.
But it's a little bit risky because it doesn't always work. Usually it just stops the bear in its tracks. Instead, it's better to use this distress pistol now. There he comes. He's going to start charging soon. Just walk with your back. Don't worry too much about wolves if the bear is after you. If there is a wolf, the wolf will typically be afraid of the bear as well. So you don't have to worry about anything other than this bear. Here he comes. And we're going to scare him off yet again. Hit him on the head again. And now what we're going to do, we're going to take this window opportunity. We're going to sprint as close as we can. And then we're going to use our stim to get one last sprint in. So we'll take our stim. And now we're going to sprint all the way to trappers. Pretty much non-stop. There we go. We still have 2 shells left if you run into the bear one more time. Or a wolf. So now we're just going to run all the way there. And I don't think the bear will be able to catch up because he fled. And also, we're so close now. Even if this stim ran out before we got there, we still have 2 shells, like flare shells left. So this really shouldn't be an issue, even if you get tired. One minor thing that could complicate stuff is that once you get to trappers, there could be a moose there. So you might want to avoid that. So you can use the flare gun for that, or you can just go around. As you can hear, the music changed yet again. So the bear is coming for us now. This is why you don't use the flare shells for the wolves, because you might need it for this. Let's see, do we have a moose? It does not look like we have a moose. So we can just run straight there. If you do have a moose, maybe run up to the right there, past these rocks. And then go down on the other side. That would be one way to do that. Or you can scare off the moose with the flare gun. There we are. Stim expired, we're exhausted, we're cold. But we are here already. So what difference does it make? And now we can just enter inside. If you don't have the stim, if you forgot to loot it or something like that, you can just go to camp office or something. As you can see, this wasn't really that hard. You just gotta keep despair away and just rest where you can and make sure that you have some warmth and everything, and it's no problem at all. You just gotta keep despair away. We only used 3 of our shells, we still had 2 left, and it really wasn't that hard. So I think that's pretty much it for this, yeah. Good thing you moved, eh? Alright, and there we go, and that's the end of Hunted Part 1. And that's how you do it. I hope this was pretty straightforward. As you can see, it took us 2 days, but it doesn't matter how long it takes you as long as you do it. If you want to be extra careful, you can do exactly what I did, but take more breaks, like drop by camp office or something like that, or trailers, or the lookout tower, and just like have a break there, but it's really nothing more to it than this. So I hope this helps getting past the Hunted Part 1, and tune in to my channel if you want to see how to do Hunted Part 2, and also speedruns of this type of challenge. So yeah, well, so that's it, and stay safe out there, survivors. I'll see you next time.